Mr. Fix-It, can you review all the case files up on the screen? We need to come up with a solution to fix all of this. Can you help us?
Yeah, I can help you guys, I guess. Take a look at it anyways.
This streak of shootings all started on Christmas Day.
First, it was the Colorado shooting at the Kingdom Hall where 2 people died.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at this first article here. You have up on the screen here. 2 dead at Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall.
As following developing news out of Thornton here at Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses, where police are investigating a homicide. They say there is no active threat to the public. We spoke with a witness who heard gunshots going off Christmas morning.
I just heard 2 shots in the morning, like at 7:30, and I just looked in my window, and I don't see too much. It's just I see a couple cars, and after that, it's a lot of police cars coming and see everything. And my home security videos, and I'm checking. I see one of the trucks come and another car behind it, and with the body to the lady just be on the ground.
We are still working to learn more details at this time. You can see there is large police presence at the scene. Stay with Denver7.com for the latest info.
So it talks about the Thornton police say a man was shot, his wife, and then killed himself Sunday morning at a Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall in Thornton. It was around 9 a.m. Sunday. The Thornton Police Department received a call about a structure fire at the Federal Heights congregation of Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall, and it gives the address. It was then reported that an adult female was shot and killed by an adult male who then shot and killed himself, police said in a press release. The 2 were married and were former members of the Kingdom Hall congregation, the police said. Both died at the scene, and they have not been identified. So there's another article you want me to look at?
Then there was a shooting at the Kingdom Hall in Evanston, and the bullet was deflected by an iPad.
The Evanston shooting. Okay, so we have that up here. Evanston. It says one suspect is in custody and another is injured after a shooting in Evanston Sunday afternoon. According to the Evanston Police Department, the shooting occurred around 4. And one person fired 2 shots and at the intended victim. And here it says Evanston PD responded to a shooting. And the suspect fired 2 rounds at the victim. The victim suffered minor injury and has been transported to the hospital. The victim was hospitalized due to the injuries, and the suspect was taken into custody and recovered a firearm. So this shooting happened outside of the Kingdom Hall. And that was where the iPad, I believe, stopped the bullet. So is there another incident?
Don't forget about the shooting at Rockford, Illinois, where the publisher was shot in his car while out in the ministry.
Okay. So this one in Rockford, the Rockford man identified fatally shot while volunteering for Jehovah's Witnesses. So here's a guy out in service, Rockford, and he was in his car. He waited outside of a neighbor's home for his family to complete the service. They're out in the door-to-door work. So this was 54-year-old Miguel Perez, and he was struck by a bullet and killed. So he was in his car waiting. His family members were knocking at other people's doors. They were out doing some calls. This could have been anybody. So it was a 15-year-old kid. They caught him, but we're still waiting more information. So what's next?
And now we have a mass shooting in Hamburg, Germany. Brothers, what is going to happen next?
Excuse me, the mass shooting, the deadly shooting at Jehovah's Witness Hall in Hamburg, Germany, caught on camera. we will not play that. It's actually quite violent. But the news is just full of it. It's just all over the world. If we're looking at all the news here, all the videos, NBC, NPR, Reuters, CBC, everywhere on earth, this is the worst tragedy. This is the worst tragedy, a horrific event. And here it's happened at one of our kingdom halls. Now what to do next is, so this has opened up every article. We could go on and on. There's so many news articles. And it was good that I think the Jehovah's Witnesses brought that out right here on their site, breaking news now, a shooting. Now, when I look at the Jehovah's Witness site, it doesn't look like historically they talk about any of the other shootings were not talked about. And now finally, this one's being talked about. So that's great. It's a step forward. But this is just a terrible event. So, now what? What's next?
There's no way we can let Jeffrey speak for us in the Pennsylvania trial for sex cover-ups by the elders. Since all the records are destroyed, who is going to tell that to the courts?
Okay.
I'm not going.
Okay, so we got the news article here on Pennsylvania, who are Jehovah's. So it goes down, I was looking here, Jehovah's Witnesses tolerated abuse, secret records show. But some of those records are now being revealed as part of the fallout from the Pennsylvania court cases. Jehovah's Witnesses abuse scandal is a reminder to the end of cover-up culture. In October, 4 Jehovah's Witnesses were charged with sexual abuse of 19 people who were all minors, including some victims who were. So it just goes on and on. There's just so much information on the news media on this. And then there was 5 more, 5 more men charged for sexually abusing children within the Jehovah's Witness congregation in the state of Pennsylvania. And this is just one area. This is all starting to open up. So it's hard to say what to do next. I don't know. What's next should I look at?
Hey everyone. Japan is making headlines on cruelty to children and blood transfusions.
Okay.
Who's going to take that one on? Japan
lawyers. That's all over the news. Japan lawyers form a group to support children of Jehovah's Witnesses. So this is, looks like it's the Japan Times. Japan lawyers form a group to support children of Jehovah's Witness followers. And this has been formed to support children of the Jehovah's Witness religious organization. So they want to stop the violation of human rights of such second generation followers. So they want to change how the religion is being managed in Japan. And some of the concerns are the refusing of blood transfusions. They're calling this abuse and forcing them to refuse blood. And there's also some accusations about discipline, beating the children, so forth. So anyways, this is happening in Japan. And the next one.
Mr. Fix-It, as you can see from the news clips you just reviewed, we have a lot of problems all culminating at once. Do you have any recommendations at all?
What am I going to do?
Please, Mr. Fix-It, we are desperate for some solutions to our many problems.
Well,
please help us.
There's not much I can do. Like, I can fix things. Like, here's an example. I can fix electronic things, like in this picture. I can take them apart, check out the wiring. Like if it's a lamp thing, this is like a picture of a lamp. Like I can fix that. Give me some pliers, some duct tape, fix pretty well anything. If you had a tire on your bike, I can fix that. Or let's say you needed a tire changed on your car, I can fix that. Like there's lots of things. If you open my toolbox up, there's all these different tools in here. I can use all these tools. I can cut wood. I can hammer nails, and I can fix all kinds of stuff. If your deck's a little bit squeaky, I can fix that. But there's just some things I can't fix. Not even with duct tape. I can't even fix some things with duct tape. And then sometimes I get on the phone and I call my dad up. And in this case, I'm almost positive if I call my dad up, in this case, I don't think he can fix it. And if Dad can't fix it, well then, you know what happens. It's kind of. But then I can call my mom, and if my dad doesn't have any answers, I'll call my mom. She always has answers. But if Mom doesn't have any answers, if Mom can't fix it, well then truly, it's not fixable. So I don't know what to say, brothers.
Maybe we should close the doors to the ark and shut down the preaching work.
What if we shut down our shunning policy? No more disfellowshipping.
I agree. Instead, we just remove privileges. As an example, if they are having difficulties with fornication, they lose commenting privileges. No more disfellowshipping.
Maybe we make a new policy so only elders go out in service. Their job is to gather the last of the sheep into the fold. We give them bulletproof vests so they feel safer. We offer the women a life insurance program on all elders that are married. We install a senior benefit program for all full-time workers and elders. Children and women are no longer allowed in service. What do guys all think?
Well, I could have, I really wasn't sure. I could have, I really wasn't sure.
Sorry to interrupt, brothers, but I have a thing I have to go to, so I'm just going to leave. You guys just go ahead.
Best thing, oh my God.
Whew, that was close. I'm not going back. There's.
Help me!